What's up, everybody? It's your coach Jaron here with Forge, and this is week number 7 of the Forge 8-week nutrition program. Now, this week is going to be a little bit different. For over the last 7 weeks, we've built a lot of discipline, a lot of new habits, and gained a lot of new skills with regard to managing our nutrition. This week, what we want to focus on is our individual sphere of influence. See, God doesn't call us to practice a life of discipline purely for our own benefit. There's people within our care, whether that is our spouse, our children, our coworkers, employees, if you're in a management position, that are all directly influenced by the discipline that we have. Our discipline, rather than being a means of self-denial and deprivation, is actually meant to provide peace and safety for the people that are in our care. So this week, what we're going to do is we're going to use your newfound skills of discipline with regard to nutrition to influence the people around you. Here's how we're going to do that. I want you to choose one place where you're in a position of influence and help someone else to also make a healthy decision regarding their nutrition. If you have a family, then this can be something as simple as preparing a healthy meal for dinner with your family, teaching your kids how to prepare a healthy meal, maybe teaching them something that you've learned with regards to nutrition. This can also be inviting a coworker who usually buys a lunch or has bad eating habits, and inviting them to pack a lunch and be held accountable along with you. You're going to use the things that you've practiced to teach someone else. Teaching is one of the best ways to learn because in the course of having to communicate that information to someone else, it does something to solidify that information in your own mind. It makes it tangible when you have to process it and put it back into words, and it ends up strengthening your own ability and understanding of the concepts that you're sharing. You're also going to practice creating an accountability network by taking on a position of leadership voluntarily in those relationships. So I invite you this week to identify a place where you have a position of influence and utilize your newfound sense of discipline to help someone else along the way. At the end of the week, we're going to evaluate how it went. Were you met with any opposition? When you tried to encourage a coworker to also pack a lunch, did they punch you square in the face and tell you to keep your healthy, stupid food to yourself? Or were they encouraged and thankful that you cared about them? When you tried to prepare healthy meals at home for your family, were you met with opposition from your spouse or from your kids? Or were you able to turn it into something fun that was a point of connection? Remember, taking on a position of leadership has much less to do with telling others what to do than it does leading by example. So, by continuing this path of discipline with your own actions, people will naturally be drawn to follow alongside you. And if you're prepared and aware of your position of influence, you can encourage them to take on the same healthy habits that you're pursuing yourself.